Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for After the Rain, Episode 8.
Wow.
Okay, well,
really
we had
into
a very serious conversation of sorts, and
Hugging was had.
Kondo had to go and put a wall there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can't backpedal from something like that. Like, I know this is anime, and you can backpedal from a lot.
You can
anime.
backpedal from quite a lot in real life too, Jacob.
Well,
things don't have to make sense.
That's true.
This is love. This is relationships.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of stupid things people do.
But Tachibana is assertive, so hopefully she'll be like, she'll be like, yeah, no, that was just, yeah.
Yeah, at the very least, I see some very cool developments coming from this, regardless of how Kondo decides to take this. So yeah, without further ado, y'all, let's get into it.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Kill me now!
Oh my god. Cut right through that bullshit.
The funny thing is that her bangs are also pretty long, so it's like the hypocrisy in it is like it reeks, but it's also like wait, like she's probably freaking out, wondering like, wait, why is he like doubling, tripling down on this? Is he having to convince himself?
Right, like, she's just like, okay, buzzkill, but it's one of those things that's absolutely understandable what Kondo's doing, but at the same time, because this is fiction, it's like, why? Don't do that! I don't get what the purpose of the muscly man cat person pose thing is. So.
Me neither. Never tried to explain. Never tried to understand it.
So
yeah.
She's like,
So.
Depression. I has it. Oh, and that's right. She kind of likes him.
what if he brings it up?
She's like, oh. Oh, Yui! So I took it. Oh, that's sweet. Yes.
お互いのこと知る機会がいっぱいあれば。
There you go. There you go. Good shot. Tachibana. Wow.
友情から恋愛に変わることだって。
That's totally true. Yes. Oh.
そうだよね。そういうのって巷でよく聞くあるあるだよね。
I heard that something happens.
このこと内緒ね。アキラちゃん。
Thank you.
ありがとね。
Yeah. Oh.
夏が通り過ぎてゆく。
Is she feeling like she's losing time? Like,
It might be because of school.
Yeah.
So once she's has to go back to school, she can't work here.
or not as much.
Yeah, she won't be able to work here that often.
店長。
And what she's probably writing in exactly then, like, plans to go to the festival. Yeah.
お疲れ様。
友達だったらメールとか普通すると思うんです。
Mm.
私、店長とメールしたいです。
Okay.
She's not even bringing up the festival. She's...
Yep. Because then that can just get brought up over the...
何気に黄色系が好きっす。
Oh, everything in the show's so pretty.
Yep.
Blah. Just backgrounds too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh. The show's handling it so maturely. Like,
Yeah.
just blows me away. City. Gorgeous.
Color!
お前は補習じゃねえんだな。
それに、山本先輩はサッカー部を引退したんじゃないんですか？受験ですしね。そうですか。じゃあ失礼します。
おい前はよく一緒にいたろ、釣り目の。
アキラ。
くそ。
大丈夫ですか？
Like Tachibana.
ああ、
Yeah.
大丈夫。けど、ちょっとやばかった。ただ、引退の理由は。
There it is. Yeah.
怪我ですか？もう走るのが嫌になってしまったんでしょうか？
Tachibanaがそう言ったのか？
いえ。
じゃあ違うだろ。
Yeah.
走りたいと思ってるよ。お前みたいに気にかけてくれる人間がそばにいるだけで、Tachibanaは救われるところがあると思うからさ。
Well done,
Yeah,
buddy. Well
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Well done. Well done. Very smooth.
っていうのが、才能なし、サッカー部元キャプ。
Ha!
俺の
Little self-deprecating humor, and he just got into her good graces, and yeah, that was smooth, buddy.
Looks like rain.
It does. I don't think I've ever had a show in an anime actually have pimples.
And be consistent with
Be
it.
consistent with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
あれ夏休みの宿題ゆうとにも
She puts it away.
Yeah.
羅生門。
羅生門って芥川の？いやちょうど最近読み返してたからびっくりしちゃって。一人の下人が羅生門の下で雨闇を待っていた。下人は7段ある石段の一番上の段に胃の頬にできた大きなニキビを気にしながらぼんやり雨の降るのを眺めていた。どこがわからないの？あなたは下人の取った行動をどう思いますか？自由に書きなさい。
Oh.
これは悪夢だな。
悪夢？
正しい問題はちゃんと論理的に一つの答えを導き出せるように作られているのだからね。
I think that's kind of the point of it.
Right. But then it's like,
この問いはどう答
there
え？
shouldn't really be a...
Oh, it won't affect the grade. Gotcha.
それなら話は別だ。
Oh, okay.
登場人物の心理を自由に想像しながら小説を読むのは楽しいからね。死人の山から髪の毛を抜いて集めている老婆だ。
Whoa.
その行為は下人の目には悪と映り怒る。しかし老婆はカツラにして売るため、つまり生きるためにやっているという。すると下人の心にある勇気が生まれてくる。飢え死にを待つのではなく盗人になる勇気。
続き。
え？
続きとかないんですか？
いや、なるほど、続きね。今までそんなこと考えたことなかったな。
店長だったらどうしますか？
Hey.
The courage to do something that's frowned upon.
同じように盗人になりますか？
俺は、 多分結びとにはならない。下でずっと雨が止むのを待ってると思う。
Until after the rain?
もしかしたら雨が止んでもその場から動けずにいるかもしれない。
Oh, dang.
Oof.
立花さんだったらどうする？
She likes the rain.
私だったら
難しいよね。これこそ本当の悪夢だ。ん？うわ！下人のニキビは若さの象徴。俺はもうニキビすらできないただのおっさん。今さら考えを180度変えられるほどの勇気もエネルギーも持っていない。
Yeah.
はい。
Ah! An excuse to get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, nice. Showing the yeah. Oh, okay. Wow.
That's gorgeous.
Ah, this freaking show.
なかなか面白い答えだな。
What did she say?
Yeah.
She's gonna.
ニキビ治ったね。
西田さん、この頭何気に気に入ってる系ですよ。
That does not look good.
おー、吉沢くん。髪切ったね。よーしよしよし。
Wait,
He has a pimple.
wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna look in the mirror and think, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not so
Yeah,
stuck.
yeah, yep.
Maybe I don't have to hide until the rain is gone, or...
誘ってもいいかな。
Haruka? Yes. Do it. Do it. Oh, he's...
Or is that what she was thinking the servant was thinking when he became a thief? If it was okay to invite the lady.
お待たせ。
I don't know. We'll
But
see.
probably not.
Yes! Yes! I knew it. Yes.
行こう。
Let us see it! Let us see the answer! I hope this courage will positively influence the servant's life in the future. I would like to read a sequel to this story.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Wait a minute. Is that a meta thing of like, we're gonna get to the end of this show and we're gonna be like, well, that would be cool if it had a sequel, but it's not going to?
Totally. I think
Like-
that could totally be it. Yeah, that could totally be a thing with it.
Oh.
Do you know what this background is?
An umbrella. Or, oh no, the track, yeah.
Yeah, it's the track. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're a part of me. What a good thing we lose. What a bad thing we lose. Has Emily done a cover of this yet?
Oh, I don't think so.
We
Yeah,
need
this
to
show-
like
it would be so good. It
no.
would
We
be
need to
so
get
good.
her to
Yeah.
do it. Like,
No.
she'll hear it. She'll be like, "What?" Like, "Oh my god, yes."
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That was a good episode.
Yeah, they handled that very well. Like I
That was,
didn't expect them to handle it that way, but they did, and it was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're friends,
Mm-hmm.
and friends can develop into romantic relationships.
Yep.
Friends
Mhm.
is a natural progression towards a
Exactly.
deeper connection.
Right.
And
Yep.
any kind of deeper connection needs to start with that.
Right.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can have all the societal precursors of like, oh yes, we are dating or we are together, whatever.
Yeah.
The point is that they need to spend time with each other. They need
Exactly.
to like each other.
Yep.
They need to enjoy
Right.
each other's personality. They need to have those moments of connection. And
Yep.
in order to do that, you need to basically start from somewhere. And here, this is wonderful. This is a mature, realistic way that these kinds of things would need to go through to happen.
Right.
So,
and it's like, does Tachibana wish that it had gone differently? And do we maybe wish that, you know, Kondo had done things differently? Yes, but it's meeting the person where they're at, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, connection, right? That's, you know, if you want to connect two things, you need to have them both be in the same place. So that was great. I love that she didn't actually end up trying to, like, ask him to go to the festival with her or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which, because, you know, of course that makes it so that she can go with Haruka, which is awesome. But then also it's, you know, basically allowing things to go at the natural pace with however they go, and he's probably going to be there, you know.
Of course he's going to be there. Of course he's going to be there. He's putting the thing up everywhere.
Exactly. And then they can, you know, bump into each other and talk and, you know, and all that stuff, and it'll be great. Yeah.
I love that she invited Haruka. I love that they're getting to go together. I love the way that this, you know, random other guy was brought in basically to be a soundboard for Haruka and to give, you know, a proper explanation of kind of what's going on, obviously, within Tachibana's headspace. As another player who's dealing with an injury that keeps him from playing in the way that he wants to. I love that because it's not trivializing the whole experience that Haruka's going through because she's a side character. If anything, she's one of the most important side characters in the entire show.
Right.
In fact, she is the most important side character in the entire show.
Yeah.
If we basically have Tachibana and Kondo being the
as
only
the main
two
characters,
main characters.
she's the secondary character, and then everyone else is tertiary characters,
or just
basically.
She's the queen of all the secondary secondary characters.
Yeah.
So
with how this is going well. They threw in that whole bit with Yui, you know, and
yeah, we knew that she liked Yoshizawa before, but one of the things that Yoshizawa always kind of had that was holding him back was his crush on Tachibana.
Right.
And I think what more or less is kind of the case is that he's just kind of a happy-go-lucky kid who really just, you know, it's just kind of like a puppy dog, just kind of squirrel, you know.
Sure.
Like,
and they did the parallel really well between how things were going with them and how things were going with Tachibana and Kondo, because in both cases it was something where there was a stronger connection desired, but because of circumstances, right? You know, with Kondo it's, you know, the age thing and all that stuff, and the fact that he's their boss, and then with Yoshizawa it's the fact that he's just crushing on Tachibana, right? But, you know, but the whole thing of becoming friends, then there you go, boom. You know, something more can come from that.
I loved the whole, is he a friend? And it's like, equal? No, definitely not equal.
More like an acquaintance.
Yeah.
And the fact that whole issue also helped Tachibana to resolve how she was going to, you know, basically move forward with this whole issue that she was having with Kondo.
Right.
That was excellent. Yeah.
I think that this episode, by focusing on the friends bit as actually a really positive thing, shows its own maturity and shows how much I grossly underestimated this show's ability to handle the situation in a mature way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the advances made by Tachibana had come from a place of just desire and just, you know, just passion without really much. Reason? I would say, without much means by which to showcase her maturity.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because it's something that you could take in a way as being very immature, something that's, you know, not very
we can see her maturity when things don't go well.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes. And that's what this was here.
Right.
His whole thing with being the very observant poet, basically. Like Kondo's, I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, this is something new. This is something that we knew that he was very much involved with literature and all that, so he was well-read and intelligent in the area. But the way he's observant and how things might connect and correlate to her and him.
Yep.
I mean,
because
he's not dumb. Like, he's starting to clue in a little bit.
The drawing of him in the book, for one.
But
But the thing is, that was at the end, and even before that, what I loved is that he brought up the story.
Yep.
And he brought up the story that ended up being very on the nose with their whole situation, but I don't think he was intending that, right?
No, but I think as he recited it, he went,
oh yeah, right.
Because then when he draws the connection between him and the pimple later on, he had already drawn the connection there.
Yeah, exactly.
That the connection had been made, and he made it, I think, once he started reciting it at the window.
And then, when Tachibana asked, "What would you have done?"
What would you have done?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's like, and it totally caught him off guard. Yeah. Yep. That was fantastic.
I like how she wants a sequel.
Yes.
Because you know what that is, another way of looking at it is that the whole story is based around these two fictional characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the written work. What the question was regarding the motivations, or the motives? The feelings of the servant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What she's basically saying is just, I just want another chance to know what they are. So a sequel in this case is not just necessarily a continuation, foreshadowing that After the Rain would not get a sequel, but would set things up in an open-ended way where we might want a sequel but we'll never get one. But it's also saying, I want another chance to know your feelings, Kondo.
Yep.
And I thought that was very clever.
Right. And if you were to, and even though Tachibana could not be thinking this because this is a meta commentary aspect, but it's the idea that with this show, it's probably going to end with them getting together in some way, shape, or form, right? Like in some way.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to, but that's what the show revolves around. So there's at least going to be a resolution of the conflict in that regard, right?
Yep.
And one of the common things to happen in romance stories is that they will go to the point where the people get together, but they won't go after that, right? And the thing is that in real life, that's usually where the trouble happens. So how do you make, like, in order to truly root for the couple, right? You want to think that, it's going to actually go somewhere after they get together, right? It's not just going to be they get together and then they break up horribly, right? But the thing is that a lot of times, they won't go into that because that's less exciting. There's less conflict, right? And that's why they'll usually force in conflict in those situations. But the fact that Tachibana is saying, I want there to be a sequel, that I really am serious about this. I want there to be something that comes from this. I don't want it to just be, this isn't just something where it's just a crush to me. This is something where it's more than that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that was some very cool commentary on the whole idea of the romance, but also the specific romance story that we have going on here as the anime.
Yeah.
Gotta say that the backgrounds were killing it. This episode.
Wit.
Yeah, Studio
You are
Wit.
amazing.
Well done.
Yeah.
There's some very pointed stuff going on there with Haruka having this guy come around.
Yep.
And basically kind of doing the Haruka, I didn't see you there.
Whoops,
I just bumped into you, you know?
It's kind of the exact same thing that was happening with Yui and Yoshizawa and Tachibana and Kondo. It's like a third, like in one 20-minute episode, we have a third couple where it's about the friends thing, because he's trying to like make her like him, right? And it's not working. And then he finally drops that, and he's just being a friend to her, and then suddenly her heart goes flutters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways, one of the things that this story could be doing, this story could be doing this in a very fun way, is with Haruka's love, really, for Tachibana. Like, I mean,
absolutely.
She needed essentially someone to come in with a voice like this, someone who could be Tachibana in a way. Like, for all she knows about what Tachibana is going through, this guy has as good of a chance of knowing what she's going through as anyone.
Because of looks kind of like Tachibana.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Like pale and dark hair, and
They really did make it as like on the nose as they could, that he was meant to be a swapped, like gender swap for Tachibana to come in and basically kind of clear up some of her worries so that when Tachibana texts her and is like, hey, come, spend time with me and stuff, Haruka was elated seeing her friend after all this time, because it was the answer to her question that she hadn't gotten yet of, we're still friends outside of track and running and stuff, right?
And the idea that her heart was basically put at ease before that happened.
Her heart was put at ease before that happened.
I think that's huge, because that way she will be able to, one, just enjoy spending time with Tachibana, but two, it's something where well, yeah, that's really when it boils down to it. It's just so that she'll be able to enjoy the time with Tachibana, but so that she's not constantly wondering, okay, does this actually mean that we're like still friends and and all that stuff, or is this just a random thing where you didn't want to go by yourself, or something?
Yeah, I don't think she's worried about that at all.
Yeah,
the joy of actually getting the time. She doesn't second guess the motives of Tachibana,
and I think that's the fact that her heart was put at ease helps that to be just completely in the clear. Not that she ever would like question Tachibana's motives or whatever, but that she can be like confident and sure of it. That yes, we're still friends. Just because there's this thing keeping us apart, much in the same way that again, Tachibana and Kondo have this thing keeping them apart, right? There's still a connection.
Right. Again, what I'm saying is that she would have that after the event happened. Like if then we went 4 more days without texting. I think then she would thinking about it then. But in the moment, no. I don't think
Gotcha.
I don't think even those kinds of doubts could override the sheer amount of joy she is experiencing just in the moment being with her.
Gotcha.
My whole thing that I resonated with the whole Haruka situation 2 episodes ago was that the question wasn't responded to, in any way.
Yeah.
The minute the text came in, Haruka, and I'm bummed we didn't get to see that, because it would have been the most her face would have lit up, just the joy, the skipped and done a little dance for happiness and stuff. Yeah. And then finally coming to get to see her and stuff, it was just this warm, just, I'm just like, that's
right in the Kokoro.
That's right in the Kokoro right there. That's the good stuff. Because, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
There was that awkward little bit of the manager shouldn't be friends with employees and stuff, and there was the bangs comment being made.
Right.
I noticed then that Yui's bangs were also pretty long as well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a thing of where maybe it was just because he's a guy. I don't know.
Or he's just saying it as some way to, again, do a deflection, because we know how Kondo likes to avoid awkward situations.
We know it's a deflection.
Yeah.
My thing of whether or not it actually has, and also any legitimate things of where he's right. No, that is a thing that you need to take care of and stuff. Because we look at Kase, I believe. Kase has his hair pulled back,
right?
So he never has that issue. But it's something that I found to be pretty funny, because then I was like, oh, look, and then Tachibana, and Yui.
Yep.
It's
and then Yui gives him the haircut and cuts his bangs, and he's
thrilled. Bad haircut.
But that was such a bad haircut. That made me think of like A Place Further in the Universe, when it's like, what? I cut my own bangs, and it's like, oh, the mystery is solved at last. Because like it was the
everything
same,
makes sense now.
Yeah. Just even rounded cut. It's just like, wow, that's awful, but.
Okay, now do you think Yoshizawa and Yui are going to have some kind of happy connection?
Yes, I think so.
Relationship thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Because I think that was the whole parallel of what was happening here. 3 times, like when a story tells you something 3 times, it's important. When it tells you something 3 times, like right in a row or all at the same time in the same episode, then that it's very intentional.
I mean, it wasn't really telling us a specific thing. It was just having 3 different couple types.
3 different couple type things where they end up resolving things by having it progress to a better state by having them be friends.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the characters was just introduced to this episode.
Oh yeah, but they literally had the heart flutter blush thing, you know.
That's true, I guess, yeah.
Like that's I feel like they did that specifically to make it concrete, you know, so that we would know for sure that yes, there was a third one. And then also it will make Yoshizawa more entertaining and engaging as a character, because it won't just be him fawning over Tachibana, because that's a shtick that, you know, had gotten kind of old.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I was noticing in some level also a little bit of potential. I'm interested to see what they do in the next episode, but a little bit of potential thing where Haruka was projecting out her frustrations on the guy, not because of like really anything to do with the guy, but because he reminded her almost subconsciously of Tachibana.
Oh, sure.
And he was also kind of pushing into her space a little bit there. But there's a couple other ways you can interpret that as well. The connection that she had with Tachibana, that Haruka had with Tachibana, is one that I think it doesn't really matter how it's interpreted necessarily, but you could even say that there was maybe a little bit of an attraction in there as well.
Who knows?
And the fact that then this guy comes along and he's just like, hey, you know, and she's just like, no, like my heart is already for someone else and stuff like that. But then he ends up really doing a good job of, you know, I mean, he got kind of lucky by the fact that she's a very compassionate person, and when he hears him like you know, hurting his knee or something like that,
right?
She comes back and is like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you." He's like, "No, it's not you." He ends up being able to be there to say exactly what she needs to hear,
right?
And and then she kind of accepts him and his words with the little blush and things like that.
Right.
I don't know. I thought that was not only cute. I thought that was something that is something where the story inserted the medium for Tachibana saying those words, that maybe in some way Haruka needed to hear the words from just anyone.
Sure.
But in this instance here, she could have substituted in her mind
that it's almost like Tachibana
saying
they're
that to
so
her,
similar. Yeah,
because they're so similar.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
That's all I
and then
comments on that.
And the fact that they again did the whole pimple thing. Like
he has a pimple.
Like, well, yeah, he has a pimple, but just having a pimple be a thing that exists, because yes, these are high schoolers, you know, that is something that happens, and then being consistent with like, yes, it's in that location, and it's not like like it continued to like the next day, you know.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's something I've never seen in anime.
Yeah.
Never seen an anime actually go so far as to giving a character a pimple. I've seen freckles. I've seen, you know, birthmarks. Never seen a pimple.
Yeah.
Like I was just gonna say, they always make the characters have like unblemished, perfect faces.
Right,
and stuff.
exactly.
And it's just like, oh no, this is a legit pimple. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is a good episode. If you want to see
was.
the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And Jacob's going to promote something here real quick.
Indeed. So my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, is available for pre-order still. Link to the Kickstarter in a pinned comment down below. Go check it out. Buy yourself a copy. Buy a friend a copy, because it's an amazing story and you need to read it. The characters are fantastic, and I can't wait for you to meet them.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.